Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. In this update, we are going to be taking a little bit of a look at now designated Tropical Storm Melissa. So, in the last few days, I have kind of talked about a potential Caribbean storm. I know it's not latest on the title, but I actually been working on the thumbnail and everything, and then Melissa got designated. I wasn't expecting it to form this quick. But we will be going live as of right now for maybe like an hour or so on Tropical Storm Melissa. And then later tonight, we will likely have a live stream around probably, I would say, 9:30, 10 o'clock. And then there even is a potential for Pat's Path Predictor to go live after that. So a lot of me hearing and giving you guys my analysis on this. I hope you guys are having a great afternoon. I hope you guys had a great morning. If you guys did, please tell me how it went. But I'm just going to wait a few, let people get on this live stream before I even start explaining the information on this. So let me just quickly get everything set up. So actually, we already got 10 people watching. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, everybody was waiting on me. Thank you for the live. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for all the love and support from Pat's Path Predictor stream. Also, thank you guys. We have hit 900 subs. We are officially 95 subs away from the big 1,000. And I honestly believe if we can do it tonight, that would just be absolutely phenomenal amount of love and support. So everybody go share this to other people that you guys know that likes to watch these live streams and these weather updates, as we are going to be actually on not just an alert on the weather team here at Weather Kingdoms, but we will be having a Weather Kingdom warning. And what I mean by that is we are going to be going live as much as possible like we did with Hurricane Aaron and with all the other named storms of this Atlantic hurricane season. And we will be live on this with the impacts for Jamaica, Haiti, the Dominican, and even into Cuba, Bahamas, and further on. This is a lot of information, okay, we have to kind of just talk about. So if you guys are in Jamaica, Haiti, you guys are the ones that really need to hear this. Also in Cuba and the Bahamas, this is the information you guys need to hear. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to lessen it. I'm just going to tell you brunt out of my opinion. And even the National Hurricane Center's opinion is a little bit worrying, but they are very uncertain the same way I am. So you'd rather be safe than sorry in this case scenario because of how uncertain and how this has actually trended to being the worst possible case scenario. And with the Euro being the one really aggressive on this. But if you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. We have a lot to discover in this information. So we already got 18 plus people. And this stream just started, so we already crushing it already early in the afternoon here. I really appreciate everybody. What is up? What is up? What is up? Let me just get everything situated here. I'm going to quickly type something in the chat for everybody that's coming in new. But let me just... Yeah, we got 22 people here, so what is up? Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. In this update, we'll be talking about Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba's impacts with soon to become a very powerful Hurricane Melissa. Major impacts are looking more and more likely, as some people are even using the words as catastrophic of an event that this could be unfolding. All right, welcome. If you guys feel free to donate, that would be extremely helpful. I've been dealing with a lot of financial stuff. So if you guys, want to send a couple bucks, feel free. I'm actually going to have a donate chat here. But besides that, I know everyone's struggling and all that. But it will actually help the channel out too, providing even better information, higher technology, and honestly into my bachelor's degree for meteorology and developing my own merchandise that you guys can buy off my Weather Kingdom store that I'm actually really thinking about making in the future to come as Weather Kingdom continues to thrive and grow larger. Could this be a catastrophic event? What's your opinion? Okay, so hello, that random guy. What is up, Aga209? Yeah, what is up, everybody? This is pretty crazy. We already got 30 people here watching this stream. So I'm actually going to start talking and giving you guys information here. So in the recent passes of this, you can tell this is the current satellite imagery. There is actually, believe it or not, Jamaica is already on this right here. So I'm going to actually point this out in yellow. So this is actually part of the islands chain here. This is part of Haiti. This is the Dominican right here. And this is all part of that's in yellow is all part of the Dominican and Haiti. And then you got Jamaica right in here. And then you got our lovely tropical storm Melissa down here. And to be honest with you guys, today it has been marginally being exposed by some westerly and southern wind shear. I've been looking at the graphs and everything, and actually, it seemed like the shear picked up overnight, and we had that massive blob of convection. The low-level center, this was that blob of convection that we were talking about with Pat's predictor. And yes, it did survive, but there is some things to it. It does look like more of a, if Mark Kavesha can get over that center, we have a problem. Yeah, I agree with you, Randy, on that one. But there it is, that actual band from yesterday. And then there's that LLC. It's not the strongest structure, but the structure is there for intensification. But the only thing is right now is the shear that's really keeping it down. If we did not have shear here, even people are saying this, if we did not have shear here, this would already have been a major hurricane in the Caribbean, a 4 or 5. Even the Accu's weather guy even said that. So that's pretty large here. But you can see we did been having a blow up of very aggressive convection on the northwestern side. That's something we have not seen yet this system. So what does that tell me is instead of the convection blowing up on the eastern side, the convection is starting to blow up on the western side because of that wind shear starting to try and relax just a bit. And I was having a frames of the wind shear, and actually this is instead of being at 30 actually mile-an-hour wind shear from last night with knots, it actually went down to 15 to 20 in the recent wind shear update. And I'm going to like to see how that continues tonight and then see if the shear is going to start relaxing quite a bit. Because if it does, this system is on the verge of going nuclear. And I'm just going to say it like that. And yes, Melissa, Tropical Storm Melissa did form here in the latest stats there. So if you guys are new to the channel, please like and please subscribe. We got 13 likes. Let's get up to 20 likes. That'll be very greatly appreciated. It's trying, but there it is, that blow up of convection. You can actually also see a little bit of thunderstorm convection blowing up right there. But overall, this is our flow right there. This is the circulation. Our mid-level is back in here. This is our mid mid-level circulation. This should get better organized. It's not the most organized system, but I'm going to like to see how this continues to play out tonight. And we kind of did a structure analysis on this. We also got long wave here. There is that mid-level circulation that's blowing up there. But if you guys cannot know, look at what's going on here. We're starting to see some convection trying to blow up near the center, where we're starting to see this blob of convection actually be moving north here. So that little blob of convection, this convection right here is moving to the south like this. And then you can see this is our low-level center right here. You also got this convection trying to develop and move north. So it's trying to rotate itself around that low-level center, but there is a little bit of shear, quite a bit of shear still there. So I know I've been talking about the shear a lot, but that's just the reality. And then when we take a look at the latest recon, this is where they are right now. You could tell they are finding, 45 knots of winds right in here. So that does clarify that the 50-mile-an-hour winds that the National Hurricane Center put on this system is definitely there in the outer bands. So that is very important. Then you could tell there's our wave envelope. So there it is. You can tell our winds are coming out of here. National Hurricane Center is going a little bit more north. There's our low-level center. It looks like our mid-level center is in the convection there. I don't believe the mid-level center will do that much. Allen. Yeah, I heard about that. The fantasy GFS. I'm not buying that right now. I would like to see. That's something that we are not even worried about. Also, could this become the costly list on the 5 hurricanes? In my opinion, I don't know. I don't think so, but this could definitely be in the top 10, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. I don't know actually the top 5 costliest. Yeah, I saw I would watch it, but I don't think it's will be Ogla as well. Okay, thank you for that information. It's really good information by you. I really appreciate the information. So we're going to continue to watch Recon, watch the 18Z and 0Z. I will be live for the 0Z model runs tonight. Also, we have 43 people here. Thank you for everybody. We are 1 like away from being at 20. And if we can even, let's hit up to 30 likes. Let's just do it, Weather Kingdom. I believe this is a very good thing. And I mean, it's 2 o'clock. A lot of people are working. We got almost 50 people here. So that's awesome to know right then and there. But I do want to talk a little bit about the National Hurricane Center and the current also conditions. I know I've been talking about the satellite imagery for a little bit now. Will she become a hurricane? Stun Gun 77. Yes, this will become a hurricane. This will be that. Costliest hurricane on the list is Hugo, 11 billion. That's pretty crazy. I don't know. That could definitely try. But this is the shear map. And I know you guys are like, oh, Justin, look at all this shear. But honestly, believe it or not, this 30 knot was a directly over this. And when I mean directly over this, I wish I still had it. But this was all covered in a 30 knot shear environment. But if you can tell, look what is starting to happen. Okay, thank you, Weather Alert 446. I remind you of Hurricane Matthew. This doesn't remind me of Hurricane Matthew. A little, not really. Kind of, a little bit. I think overnight we'll go Cat 1. I will have to wait and see on that. I'm not too confident this will become a hurricane today or tonight. We'll have to really watch this. Is there a new disturbance in the Eastern Pacific? I haven't looked, but what ears I've been hearing from the weather team here is yes. I think the season will end on Aloga, though. Yeah, I can see that. Also, thank you guys. We are at 24 likes. We have passed our goal very largely. Also, we are at 906 subs. Thank you for the person that subscribed, and thank you guys for all. That is very greatly appreciated. This stream just started 14 minutes ago, and we have crushed the stream like a nighttime stream. So I really, really appreciate it. It reminds me more of Michael. Okay. Very interesting. But this is actually where the low-level center is, right in there. So the low-level center is about here in black. And if you believe it or not, that's actually neutral conditions now. And that's in anywhere from 15 to 20 knots of shear. And actually, believe it or not, that's in much better shear than it was earlier today and last night. So that is very interesting. I'll look at the East Pack after I'm done with Melissa if we have time. All right. But the shear is slowly but surely going down now. And I'm really going to want to really watch this because that will really set the stage for Melissa to try and strengthen a bit more. But I do want to start looking at some of the model data with you guys before we continue with the analysis. But I also want to take a look at the National Hurricane Center as a 2 p.m. update. So there it is. Tropical Storm Melissa as a 140. It was actually designated at 11, like 1050. Maximum winds right now is it's actually a mid-grade tropical storm, a 50-mile-an-hour storm with 1,003 millibar pressure. Moving west at 14, this has slowed down significantly. Instead of being to 25 miles an hour west, it's now slowing down at 14. So with it continuing to slow down, it is likely to continue to slow down and gain strength. Also, we are at now 28 likes. Thank you guys. Let's make our goal to 40 likes at this point. You guys are just slamming the like button, really getting more and more people engaged with the weather. That is awesome. But there it is. I'm going to actually read the analysis for you guys. We're going to read this, and then I'm going to give you guys my opinion. So, satellite images of the regional Caribbean radar data and surface observation indicates that Invest 98L has developed a well-defined center and organized deep convection to be designated a tropical cyclone. A ship report that recently passed near the center of the system reported a minimum central pressure of 1,003. Satellite imagery shows the system is asymmetrical with a low-level center near the western edge of that central dense overcast. The initial intensity is set at 45 based on the blend of the latest satellite intensity estimates, marking the formation of Tropical Storm Melissa. An Air Force recon hunter is scheduled to be in it this afternoon like they are right now and better understand the structure and the further path of Melissa. The system was moving very quickly west for the past several days, but has slowed down significantly this morning, which has likely helped Melissa to form. The initial motion is estimated around 12 knots, about 14 miles an hour. Melissa should continue to slow down, gradually turn to the northwest, and then north during the next couple of days towards a weakness in the subtropical ridge. This motion will likely take the storm very near the southern tip of Haiti and Jamaica and take the storm by Thursday. After that time, the guidance diverged significantly, with some models like the GFS and HERF showing a motion to the northeast into the weakness, while a lot of the other solutions show a stall or westward drift on south side of Building Ridge. An explanation of this, GFS Euro and Google DeepMind ensemble suits suggest the majority of the members show Melissa not moving into the weakness and remaining in the Caribbean Sea throughout the week into next week. That's into the weekend, actually, my bad. The National Hurricane Center official track lies between the Google AI models and the correct consensus aid. Melissa is expected to be over very warm waters of the Caribbean, but models suggest some vertical wind shear will be moderate, with some dry air in the vicinity of the storm during the next few days. Based on these mixed signals and this very uncertainty, the strengthening trend is expected to be slow and steady, not rapid in the beginning. However, like I was about to say, look quite uncertain beyond a couple days. The strength of the storm is also quite uncertain. The national intensity is in the best agreement with the HCCA models. Okay. Oh, hey, Richard from Jamaica. If you are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. That'll be very greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys feel like they're free to donate. Also, wow, we are at 33 likes. You guys have just crushed it this afternoon. Beyond my belief. We are at 907 subs. Let's get up to 1,000 subs today. I believe we can do it at this point. You guys are awesome. Crazy how this hurricane list is typically always weak. It has the most imminent, interesting names out of all the list. Hello from Jamaica. Nice to see you. If you are in Jamaica, I am putting you guys on high alert of a monster potential Hurricane Melissa to impact Jamaica later this week and into the weekend. Also, let me finish this. Based on the mixed signals, yes. So the National Hurricane relies. So they have an 80-mile-an-hour storm, but they do have the graphics here. They did go with the rainfall totals also. We do have rainfall totals potentially in the Dominican Republic up to 8 to 12 inches in some of the mountain regions. So almost a foot of rain, and even along Haiti, we do have a general 6 to 8 to 8 to 12 inches in the beaches and in the shoreline. A very sharp cutoff even into Jamaica. But with the uncertainty, that is well to be known and probably increase significantly. Hey, Weather Kingdom, is Tropical Storm Melissa the only storm in the Atlantic right now? Yes, it is the only storm right now in the Atlantic. Thank you, Julian, with the $20 donation. Very greatly appreciated, brother. That is awesome. Thank you for the donation. Also, we're at 60 views now in an afternoon stream. We have crushed it. If you guys love this weather content, we are going live tonight for a few good hours on this. Thank you. Love the support, man. Love the support, Julian. Very greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Also, we are 2 likes away from 40. I believe we can hit 50 likes. Also, we got 60 people watching. Thank you guys for all that. But I'm going to continue with my analysis and everything as time is always against us. You know the deal here. And then this is actually rip currents. So let me actually quickly plug in my computer here. Hello from the Bahamas. Nice to see you. Thank you for being there. Especially 23rd. Okay. If you are even in the Bahamas, you guys will be having some very high impacts. But like I said, let me keep going. We have 69 people here. This is awesome. But I'm going to continue to watch this. So in the rip currents areas, we do have a Puerto Rico is a U.S. island. That's why none of the Dominican. But we do have high chances for rip currents if you guys are in San Juan, Points, all these islands here. And the U.S. islands, we do have some high rip current possibilities from the National Hurricane Center. If you guys are just tuning in, we are taking a look at Melissa. Also, this is that latest rainfall update that I just talked about. If you guys want to rewind a little bit, I am talking about all the impacts. And this is the wind field currently with Melissa drifting west right now. This is going to be very interesting. Pretty big wind field. We do now have hurricane watches in Haiti here. Hurricane watches that I do believe will become hurricane warnings. And even Jamaica to become hurricane watches and then hurricane warnings. But in Jamaica, you guys are under tropical storm watches, all for the island. And for the southern part of Haiti, you guys are under hurricane watches that will likely become hurricane warnings. Hello from Jamaica. Nice to see you, Leo Walker. Nice to see you. If you are from Jamaica, like I've been saying, the Bahamas, Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, you guys are under a Weather Kingdom's hurricane watch, okay, for everyone in the path of this. This could stall right between Jamaica and Haiti and continue to strengthen and bring absolutely devastating, catastrophic flooding rain, strong winds, rip currents, waves into these islands here. So we really need to watch this in an urgent. Also, thank you guys. We are now officially 90 subs away from the big 1,000. Let's do it, you guys. We have just keep gaining subscribers. That is very greatly appreciated. We are going live tonight, and we will be live every day after work for hours and hours overnight watching this stream. So that is very greatly appreciated. So basically, with the cone and everything, this is the 2 p.m. update cone. We do expect a gradual development into a stronger and stronger storm, and this likely will become a hurricane in the next 4 days. I do think it's possible that this could become an actual hurricane later tomorrow, but that's just my analysis. And the worry thing is this starts to really stall and really move slowly, and this could definitely be adjusted in certain spots. So just keeping an eye on that and everything. Good afternoon, forecast to continue to go as planned, expecting a potential center relocation once shear relaxes. I agree with you. Hey, Tristan, nice to see you. We also got 80 people. Now, this is incredible. Thank you guys for all your guys' support in the team. So, quickly before I take a look at models, I want to take a look at the latest satellite. There it is on this. And looks like convection is continuing to try and develop a bit here. So we're going to have to really watch this. I'm really doing a live stream too, is to get this very nice, well, satellite imagery here. So look at that. You can tell we do have a blow up of convection right here and right here. And this is our low level center right there. So it is exposed right now, but it is trying to wrap around with some convection. Like I was saying earlier, if you guys were paying attention, it looks like the shear is trying to relax just a bit. This is our wave right here in about 15 to 20 knots. Like I said, earlier today, this was actually in 50 miles an hour, and we had red all through this. So it is looking like it is relaxing a little bit this evening and afternoon. Especially this afternoon, it's trying to, so we'll have to really watch that. Also, pretty crazy, this is the latest recon. We are, by the way, have 80 people here watching. That is just incredible. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. But there it is. We actually do have pretty strong tropical storm forced winds blowing directly in this way. So some pretty strong tropical storm force winds. I think a little bit stronger than I was projecting. So that is pretty interesting there. But I do want to start taking a look at the models. And this is that latest Euro that I would like to really give you guys my analysis on. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, nice to see you guys. We are 3 likes away from 50 likes. So this is that latest Euro model that I think is far enough that we can actually start. I kind of wanted to wait until the Euro was all ready to go. And if you guys are looking at this, look at that. In the next 24 hours, this continues to strengthen slowly like the National Hurricane Center. And then you can see in the next 48 hours, in the next, by this time, like tomorrow, it does become a little bit stronger, probably into a 70-mile-an-hour tropical storm. I do think it could be a little bit stronger, but this Euro has continued to trend stronger. And then you could tell in the next 72 hours, this does become a hurricane, actually, into a 988. And then this actually, oh my, oh no. You guys, look at the Euro. This is worst case scenario on the Euro. Oh my, I was not expecting that. It stalls near Jamaica. I need you guys to take an analysis of this. You guys, okay, we're going to actually have to analysis. I think Texas and Louisiana has to watch for next year. I agree with you, but this is urgent right now. You guys, if you, like I said, if you guys are in Jamaica, seriously watch this. In Cuba, the Euro has trended even worse on this here. I'm not even lying with you guys. This is, look, latest year is Tuesday's 12Z. Oh, wow. That's horrible. Look at that. This steadily increased like the National Hurricane Center, but look at that. Becomes a hurricane and then rapidly organizes as a hurricane near Jamaica. In the pink is, that's Jamaica. Look at that. It becomes a major hurricane just south of Jamaica, bringing impacts already. But what's worse is it drifts south and west and becomes a Category 4 hurricane south of Jamaica here. This will be worst case scenario as it drifts to the north as a 942 millibar storm right into Jamaica, you guys. This will be a Category 4 hurricane right into Jamaica. And then it goes like this. Look at that. This is a very bad run on the Euro. Not in a, it's a bad run, but wow. We have almost 90 people here. If you guys are new, please like and subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. Once again, if you guys want to donate, that would be very awesome. We have 910 subs. Let's try and hit 920 subs by 3 o'clock. Okay, let's do it. Let's hit 920 subs by 3 o'clock. Because if you guys are in Jamaica, we will be live for this. With the Past Predictors team, probably with Tristan and everyone here. But this is that, oh my, wow. Oh my goodness. You guys, I didn't even see the Euro, and this is crazy. Wow. We have almost 100 people here this afternoon. If you guys are watching, this is the latest Euro, and the Euro has done a very well done job. This is... Oh, okay. You guys, this is a joke now. What in the world? The Euro goes ballistic with this storm. This is the brand new Euro. It has it stalling near Jamaica and then goes south to Jamaica, becomes a major hurricane, Category 4, tries and becomes a Cat 5, and then slams into Jamaica as a very, very powerful Category 4 hurricane. Very slowly. Over Jamaica. Goes back in the waters between Haiti and that. And look at that. It becomes a 937 and makes landfall in the tip of Cuba and then heads right for the Bahamas. This will be worst case scenario if this happens, you guys. Wow. That's very impressive. I was not expecting that. If you guys are new to the channel, let's hit up to 920 subs. We're at 911. We got about 17 minutes to hit 920 subs this afternoon. But this, we will be live on this for the later on tonight, also on this. But this is the latest Euro model And it absolutely tries and becomes a Category 5 hurricane for Jamaica. It really does try. Wow, look at this. Latest Euro drifts southwest and then boom, nukes Jamaica, a direct Category 4 landfall, and weakens it just a bit, but then rapidly strengthens for Cuba and then becomes a Category 5 hurricane right into Cuba. This will be not just catastrophic for Jamaica and Haiti. This will be catastrophic for Cuba. And then it goes right over the Bahamas as a Category 4. This will be an extremely bad case scenario in this. But if you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe, as we got over 100 people this afternoon watching Weather Kingdom. Thank you guys for all the support. Let's hit up to 920 subs. That would be very greatly appreciated as of right now. Wow. This is the latest Euro, and then it definitely tries and becomes a Category 5. Rapidly moving like this. So, this would be a very bad case scenario. We have 50, wow. This will be a very bad case scenario, and if we look at the rainfall total, oh, wow. Alright, you guys, we're going to look at the rainfall. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. This is going to be catastrophic. If the Euro happens, Jamaica and Cuba and the Bahamas will be in catastrophic damage. Probably one of their strongest storms in Jamaica ever recorded. With the latest Euro, I'm going to tell you guys, it's showing doomsday across Jamaica, Cuba, and the Bahamas. I'm going to be honest with you. Wow. Thank you, Tristan, with the wind lag. Oh, wow. So the world would be the strongest landfall recorded on Jamaica. Thank you for your analysis. Thank you. It was surpassed Gilbert. Wow, that's bad. Look at the rain. This is the rainfall. If we take a rainfall with the Euro, look at this. They do it different down there, but this is 500. This is a generally, wow, 500 milliliters. So let me quickly into inches. If this was converted, that would be about 20 inches of rain. It wants to show up to almost 2 to 3 feet because you got 606 in the upper. That's just 500. Wow. So you got up to 2 to 3 feet of rain in Jamaica with a Category 4 hurricane in Jamaica. Wow, we are one like away from being at 60. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. That would be awesome. But this is the latest Euro. And wow, you got flooding rains and even into the Bahamas here. This will be very intense on the European. Look at the winds right here. This would be the winds. You're talking about potentially 100. This is just, wow, look at that. This will be the winds. That'll be an extremely bad case scenario for this storm. And then it wants to try and impact Bermuda as a very strong storm. That'll be an extremely bad case scenario. But that's your European, everybody. Wow, we are almost at 70 likes. This is one of the best afternoon streams we ever had. Thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for the $20 donation. That was awesome. We're at 912 subs. Let's try and hit 10 more subs by 3 o'clock. That'll be absolutely greatly appreciated. Wow. That is extremely bad. So we're going to look at the 12Z ensembles here. I'm not ready for this at all. Oh, wow. And this is your latest GFS ensembles. Is generally... GFS goes too north too quick. I think it'll be more near Jamaica like the Euro. But it does have major hurricane status on the GEFS going into Jamaica, Cuba, and then the Bahamas. That's the general eye looking at this. I have a feeling this is going to be a stall move further west over Jamaica, Cuba, and then Pole Wilma, depending on the time of the cold front. That's my prediction. That's pretty crazy. That's a very bad. You never know. It is still likely to move farther west into the Caribbean. It is possible also to do that. You are completely correct. We're at 913 subs. Let's continue it. It's 250. Let's hit up to 920 subs by the time of 3 o'clock. That'll be awesome. But let's take a look at some of the AI models, because AI models have crushed this system. Oh my. Oh, wow. Wow. You guys, you don't see these type of colors in the Atlantic of the AI models. You see, I've never seen the AI models this aggressive. These are all straight out Cat 4, Cat 5 ensembles. I don't know about that. Let's go to 126. I just want you guys to see, look. We got 920 millibar low pressures at this given time just south of Jamaica. So, this reminds me of the Westpac scenario. That is, wow. Look at Dara. Wow. This is the Google DeepMind AI models. I don't even want to know this. This 12Z data is I'm speechless. You guys, look at this. You got 916, 930. You even have a 926 making landfall in Jamaica. I am hoping this is not true. And it stalls right near Jamaica in the AI models. You're good, Justin. You are good. You are good. No one ban him. Please don't ban him. He is good, you guys. Please don't. That's honestly my opinion on this, too. Wow. Whoa. This is just one of the AI ensembles. We're not even... I'm speechless, you guys. I am speechless on the latest models. Look at this. You got 920s and 930s all over here on the AI model. Look at this. Turn. You got 919, 925. You even got an 882 millibar here. Down here you got an 882. You got 937, 927, 922. A lot of... Wow. I am sick to my stomach on these... Wow. You got 911, 921, 905. Wow, you got a lot of screaming major hurricane, even stronger. Yikes. That will be a living joke if that happens, you guys. Look at all these. That is extremely bad. You guys, take this with a grain of salt, but if trends continue, this would be beyond bad. Wow. That is something else here. This is, don't tell me. Let's take a look at these. Okay, good news. These are the other AI models. Bad news is, never mind, it's 6Z. They haven't even showed 12Z. No. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, today's Tuesday. Let's go into the latest data. This is 6Z. Definitely stronger on this. This is another. I'm waiting on the 12Z data. But look at that. That's pretty intense there, too, even. A lot of Category 3 plus, no matter what. Don't you do that. No, it is, Alan, it is not going to be that strong. That is not going to be strong. I know Florida Investor. I'm going to search it up quickly. What do you want me to search up? Let me quickly search that up for you. You want me to look at... I am not doing that. You guys want me to look at this? I am not doing that. Please, no. Wow. The AI models are psycho. But, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm not saying no. I think it's way over the limits here. I mean, definitely the euro is... literally doomsday on this case scenario for Jamaica and Haiti. It's already 9:56. We have absolutely bombed this stream out. We're 914 subs. You guys, we have 4 minutes. We need 6 more subscribers in 4 minutes. Let's do it. Come on. We need 6 more subscribers. Let's do it, you guys. Let's hit the goal. Also, we way past. My original goal is 20 likes. Y'all, we're already past. I'm not trying to hype it up, you guys. I'm just showing you guys the Google AI model that has done very well this year. That's the only thing I'm doing. But, I mean, I'm going to explain why it's not even out of the realm here. I mean, this is the latest satellite. And look at that. So we do see... as of right here, this is that latest satellite imagery. We do have a blow-up convection right here. We even have a little bit of spotty convection right in there. And then we have our big convection blob right there. And then our center is right here currently. Right there. So I want to see how this continues to evolve throughout tonight. But this will be very bad. Yeah, you are right, Justin Wilson. Yeah. You guys, we have 2 minutes. Come on, let's hit the goal. Let's at least hit 9:15, please. Let's do it. One more sub before 3. Also, I want to take a look at the Canadian model. Let's take a look at that. I know it's been the more... Western solution. Yeah, it does something. Yep, it goes right near Jamaica. A lot weaker. Still has a hurricane. Tries and becomes a hurricane. Goes south. Way south in the euro. Oh, it tries and becomes a major Category 3 right into Cuba. This would be the furthest west solution. And then probably a strong Category through into the Bahamas. And then impacts Bermuda as a Category 3, Category 4 right there. And then it does go out to sea at that point. But this is the Canadian. And even the Canadian, you guys know the Canadian never shows a major. So with the Canadian showing that low of a millibar, it tells you the atmosphere is more than prime. Pretty bad. The GFS I'm not going with because GFS is trough bias and it just crashes into the Dominican. There's not even a sample supporting that anymore. So I think that should change, and then it still causes catastrophic rainfall. Even with the GFS case scenario, it still causes about 1 to 3 feet of rain. Pretty crazy. Wow. Let me quickly take a look at Recon again. Okay, so there it is. Like I said, the low-level center is right here. Recon is, I'm pretty sure, about to confirm it. Look at that. A little elongated, though, I think. Right through here is a little bit elongated. There's definitely a center trying to develop. Also, we have to look at the hurricane models. I completely forgot about that. Because it's already 3:01. I'm going to have to end the stream around 3:15 because I have things to do. And I have to get ready for the next live stream, and I have to get ready for work. So, thank you, guys. We hit 915 subs right before 3 o'clock, by the way. Thank you. Very greatly up. 916. Thank you for that. So that's very greatly appreciated support. Thank you for the $20 donation. You guys been actually more than just support. We actually hit over 110 views this stream. That was awesome. You guys, I love you guys so much. But look at the HERF. It does like it to become a major hurricane. And then does something like the GFS into Haiti. And makes landfall as a Category 2, gets weak, and then does something like the GFS, and then goes down. I don't think the HERF is right, in this opinion. I want to see the 0Z model runs and the 18Z before we can even say anything. This is HMON, generally strengthens into a hurricane tomorrow. Has trouble, steady strengthening, like I said, and then once it gets near Jamaica, it wants to go nuclear and, wow, look at the HMON. I want you guys to take a look at the HMON for Haiti. It becomes a major Category 3, Category 4 hurricane with the HMON just off Haiti. Literally, let's go 6 hours. Look at that. 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. It barely drifts west here. Look at that. A Category 4 hurricane between Jamaica and Haiti right here. I want to show you guys, what would this mean? Good news is, it's just off. But it does bring hurricane impacts for Haiti right here. But look at that, major hurricane force winds just stalling. Pretty intense stuff right there on the HMON model. That's pretty bad. You got a lot of outer bands in this case scenario, hitting Jamaica, Haiti, Cuba. Look at this, it just stalls. I mean, we could go 4 days out. I mean, look, we can even go 72 hours out. And this is a Category 2 right here. Look at what happens in the next 6 days. It only moves that little, like the National Hurricane Center. So really, really bad if the HMON happens. Good news is it will be off the coast, but it will continue to strengthen and bring still major coastal flooding and absolutely major impacts. When we take a look at the halves A, it gradually develops into a hurricane, and then it does become a Category 2 pretty south of Jamaica here at 126 hours out. Halves B likes the pretty much same thing, just south of Jamaica here, and kind of stalls and becomes a hurricane. So that's pretty crazy. Honestly, I think a Haiti landfall is worst possibility in case scenario. Something like that, yeah. By the way, we're at 917 subs. Thank you, guys. We're 3 away from 920. That'd be very greatly appreciated. Wow. This hurricane data has not come in pretty easy. Damn. Nope. Even the 0Z. We're still waiting on some of the ensembles here. Look at this. This would just be bad right here. Look at what happens. The models just do this. I mean, there's some that tries and does something like that, but you got a lot of models here that does this and then bam. And then what it's going to do is loop and bam. That'll be a very bad case scenario with the track guidance. You could tell that's pretty crazy stuff right there. What we are really eyeing out for. Look at that. Some deep thunderstorm convection trying to develop near the center. There's a little bit of less shear, so that's going to help it. Also, we have 115 people here right now. You guys are absolutely awesome. You guys sharing, see what I mean? It brings a lot of people engaged with the weather into here. Thank you guys for everything. Also, I do want to explain a little bit of why the AI models show a historic hurricane here on some of the ensembles. Look at the waters. Look at what happens in this. It's going to go into 30 degrees Celsius. I mean, look at this. You got untapped waters in the upper 80s. 88 degrees widespread. Even close to 90 in some of the shallow regions. And you got, if the wind shear dies down, no dry air gets into this, and this able to develop, this will be a hurricane that literally is worse than probably Milton. This could actually do a Milton-type case scenario. I could see a Milton strength here in this in the 12Z runs. But that's far-fetched. I'm not agreeing with it just yet. But the power that this Caribbean has capable, I'm afraid it could absolutely do what it wants to do. I'm just telling you guys straight out, in my honest opinion, what could happen. OHC also, ocean heat content. And then I'll answer some questions before I go. Where is the center? The NA storm is living up to her reputation. It's trying to. No, I would say worst case scenario is if it went south of Jamaica into a Category 5 mini landfall in Jamaica, then hits Cuba and the Bahamas as a Cat 2 cut and stalls in the middle of Cuba and Jamaica. Yeah, you ain't wrong right there. What are you guys' predictions for the strength of pressures? I mean, look. Hey, what is up, everybody? I mean, look. I'm not trying to fearmonger or anything. But if this has a high ceiling. And the ceiling has continued to rise. That's why I'm saying this. Those haven't come out. Pretty bad. I do not believe that. We are not going to see another O. That would be extremely bad. Hey, that is Central American Gyre, though. I doubt it. Let's take a look at Recon is still in this. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below, as we have about another 5 minutes or so before I end the stream here, because I do have a lot of stuff to do. If you guys are new to the channel, once again, please put on your notifications, like, subscribe. If you guys are new to the channel, once again, subscribe, like, share. If you guys know people in Jamaica, like your friends and family, the people that comment today in today's video about you living in Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, and all this, please tell people in Jamaica, give them this channel, because we will be live. At least we'll try as much as possible. I do work at 4 o'clock, though, usually into 9:30, but we'll definitely be live right after work for hours on this, and especially if it's going to be stalling over Jamaica and Haiti, we will be live on this all night if we have to. Trust me, we did it with Hurricane Aaron. We've done it with other hurricanes. I'll be answering some of these questions here. Do not overhype this, you guys. Please do not. But the AI models go crazy here. Remember, don't be scared. Be prepared. Regardless of anything, you guys should take your precautions and plans, especially if you guys are on the island, Jamaica and Haiti. Listen to them. If they say evacuate, evacuate. Do not, sit there and ride out this storm if this case scenario does happen. I mean, the best case scenario is if the shear lasts longer, re-strengthens overnight, and tries and absolutely dismantle the system. But right now, for it being in shear, has done a pretty well job done, regardless of development. This could become a major hurricane. And I do think the ceiling is an extremely high ceiling, but we have to just pray and hope for the best case scenario out of this storm. Also, we'll have to really keep an eye on everything. So that's my update regardless of everything, you guys. I kind of give you guys my analysis for the 12Z. Remember, I wasn't trying to fearmonger. Do not say Weather Kingdom said this. I'm not trying to. But let's just say the ceiling on this is an extremely high ceiling. I would say my max for this is a Category 4 right now. I will not go with Category 5 because of the current shear right now in this. But we'll have to continue to watch this. Also, thank you guys for all your support. We've been having over 110 people here watching today's stream. That was awesome. But I just want to make sure you guys understand that this is not trying to be overhyped. It is possible. You are correct. We're also 1 like away from 880 likes, so that would be very greatly appreciated. Also, we're 1 subscriber away from 920 subs. You guys have been absolutely with the best and greatest support. This is my analysis. I hope you guys like and enjoy. I'm going to quickly answer some questions, and then I will be ending the stream as I will be having to get ready for tonight's stream. We'll be looking at 18Z data, and we'll be looking at the potential impact. So I hope you guys really like this information out of today's. I know this is not good information because it's kind of trending into a worst case scenario, but I'd rather you guys be safe than sorry and 1 million plus people die. You know what I mean? You guys need to be prepared, not scared. Right now, this is your time to prepare. Good news, this is going to be slowing down, so it will give you guys some time to think a little bit on your guys' opinion. I'm not going to tell you guys to leave the islands and stuff, but this could definitely have a very high ceiling to the point that this could be catastrophic regardless of development. I hope I can get some people here in tonight's live stream and get some analysis on you guys with this. We will be live around 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight, maybe even earlier if possible. But I hope you guys really liked and enjoyed this. But I'm going to... So I want to answer some. What's your thoughts about a possible U.S. impact? I do not believe this will be impacting the U.S. at this given point. Could it bring indirect impacts? Yes, like big swells and waves and all that. But I do not believe this will be bringing landfalling impacts into the islands. Also, the Caribbean's rocky fuel and has some of the warmest waters anywhere in this planet. That is true. And if the shear dies down and the dryer doesn't get into it, it does have that very well a big possibility of that. Hassayamvi is pretty far south of Jamaica. I'm not looking into the hurricane models yet until we get this recon data into the 18Z and 0Z. I'll look more out for the 0Z data on this and the evolution throughout this evening on this potential major and powerful Hurricane Melissa. Also, I don't think this will become a Category 5 right now. Yes, like I said, there is this very worrying set of ensembles that came in 12Z that shows a lot of Category 5 strengths on the AI model, and they have done a very well job right there here. Look at that. A lot of Category 5s. I'm not buying that yet. We'll have to really watch this. I'm waiting for these. Oh, no, these haven't came in. These are another set of AI models. 3 to a 5 potentially on these AI models. Thank you guys for having 926 subs also. You guys, I believe we can hit 1,000 subs tonight. That would be very greatly appreciated. Thank you guys for your donation. That was very greatly appreciated. I hope you guys like and was informated about this weather analysis. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Also, thank you guys for now 90 likes. You guys have given me almost 100 likes. I kind of want to stay here and see if we can hit 100 likes. That'll be very greatly appreciated because that is phenomenal. I've never seen Weather Kingdom having more than 100 likes. That is phenomenal at this given point. Thank you guys for the best live stream probably of Weather Kingdom's life. We will be live later this evening. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. And thank you guys for your analysis. I will be ending and signing off here. See you guys around 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight if you guys want to be more informated. And if you guys want me to try and make my own cone and my own prediction while we're live tonight, if we start the live a little bit early and we are waiting on the 0Z data, I will be making my own analysis and answering questions and kind of a Q&A on the system. Quickly before we go, this is the latest recon, and it does confirm we do have a low-level center right in here. It's not the strongest, but we do have definitely tropical storm force on the northern side. Southern side a lot more weaker. And then we do have some 50-mile-an-hours in that farther out band. But this is a tropical storm, according to this, about 1,003 millibars. So National Hurricane Center did slam the strength here on this. So thank you guys for everything. That's pretty intense there. Quick update on satellite imagery before we sign off is, look at this convection. This is not good. We're getting a tighter and tighter circulation. It is trying to blow up in convection in the recent satellite imageries here. Also, like I said, the shear is starting to relax just a tad bit. And what I mean by that is this. Yeah, whoa, my goodness. You guys, we got even worse. Look at the shear. The shear has continued to lessen here. And this is my worry thing that the models, the AI models are seeing. Look at this. I'm sorry that I keep saying I'm going to end the stream. But look at this. Look at the shear. This is the low-level center now. Look at this. We're in 15 knots of shear. This is the latest update, you guys, of the shear. It's still directly against the storm, but the shear has continued to relax over the low-level center. So a big blob of convection could actually, that means that the shear could be relaxing a lot quicker than expected. Just gave you guys a, wow. I did not expect to see that. That is pretty intense here. Thank you guys. 927 subs. We way past our goal. Thank you guys for everything. Wow. I have to send this to the weather chats here. That is something you do not want to see. Pretty crazy right there. That's the latest shear. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting the shear to relax that quick. That is not good. If you are been watching this whole stream, that is just, wow, this has just continued to end up being worst case scenario, I guess. Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Thank you guys. We are 7 likes away. That is crazy. This is awesome. We have just crushed it this stream. Thank you guys for all your support. You guys are awesome. This is just not good. That means, you can, oh, wow. This is about to be some crazy information this evening. I have a bad feeling. Let me make sure this didn't update. Nope. Alright. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I'm going to be ending it here and signing off here. Have a great night. See you guys later on. 9:30 or 10 o'clock.